Here we do have team coverage for you. CBS 8's Regina Yarita has some reminders to keep you safe. But first, let's get to meteorologist Evan Ronnie outside in our back lot for a check on that forecast. That sun pretty much out in full force.
Almost every morning I'm out here, and almost every morning it is cloudy, and this is one of the exceptions. Yes, sunny skies out across San Diego County, especially if you're waking up inland. You're noticing temperatures in the upper 50s and low 60s, 60s mainly along the coastline. Here's a live look closer to the coastline from Mount Soledad. You notice that those clouds are starting to move their way in and out pretty quickly, and a very thin layer of them at that. Temperatures this afternoon are going to make their way to the 90s across our inland valleys and for our mountains, 93 on average, 115 if you get all the way out to Borrego Springs and Ocotillo Wells. The coastline remains the most comfortable spot to be in the county, with temperatures mostly around 75 to 80 degrees or so. That's what we'll be looking at into the next couple days too. Out the door right now, it is already 72 degrees up at Palomar Mountain and at Mount Laguna, 61 in Del Mar, 60 in Mira Mesa, and 63 in El Cajon. Today's high temperatures mean that you need to take some extra precautions. That's, of course, mainly applying to people who are heading out on any hikes or runs. That's where we find CBS 8's Regina Yarita live at Cowles Mountain with more on what people can expect as this heat advisory takes effect at 10 a.m. today. Hi, Regina.
Yeah, that's right. Good morning, Evan. And we're already starting to see people here at this area taking advantage of those cooler temperatures. But right behind me, you can also see that heat warning sign to let people know that it's going to be hot across the county. Like you mentioned, a heat advisory is going into effect this morning starting at 10 a.m. for inland valleys and mountains. Today, daytime highs could even peak 100 degrees in the foothills. So it's important to take precautions, especially if you're setting out on a hike. Now, every year, the San Diego County Sheriff's Department airlifts medically distressed or injured hikers off trails. Rescues happen throughout the year, but most often during the summer months in popular hiking destinations just like this one. It is important to take careful steps when hiking in the heat to avoid getting lost, hurt, dehydrated, sick, or worse. So to avoid heat-related problems, health officials recommend that you rather stay in an air-conditioned area during the hottest hours of the day, wear light, loose-fitting clothing, drink plenty of water, and don't wait until you are thirsty. Avoid unnecessary sun exposure and wear a wide brim hat if you need to be in the sun. If you're at home cooking, try not to use the oven. Now for pets, they can also overheat quickly on walks or hikes. A good rule of thumb, if it's too hot for you to walk barefoot, it's too hot for your dog. So back out here live, you can kind of see just daylight coming in, right? Seeing people hiking at this time. You could definitely see people trying to wear light, loose fitting clothing. And of course, again, taking advantage of those cooler temperatures. There are people who are carrying their water bottles as well to stay hydrated. But remember, you want to avoid those hot temperatures in the hottest hours today, especially if you're going hiking. Try to do it now during those cooler temperatures.